What's up, YouTube? Let's get into Power Season 6, Episode 2. As always, this review will contain spoilers. Again, this review will always contain spoilers. So if you haven't seen the episode, I would suggest logging off now. However, do come back. All right, so let's get started. Power opens up with our dreaded intro by Trey Songz with auto-tune. Nothing against you, Trey. We just like Joe's version better. I feel that. I actually grew up in a big, rich town, and I grew up in the poorest parts. And it's something about the way Joe sings it. I feel it in my spirit. So maybe next week we'll get the original intro. All right, so it opens up with the Mustang being put onto a tow truck with Ghost watching. Ghost then goes to see Jason, the Serbian boss. Jason says to Ghost, "It's been an assault on my organization." So Ghost has to pay Jason $100,000 every 2 weeks not to retaliate. Or Jason says, "I'll kill you myself." Our next scene is Tommy is dropped off by an idiot Uber driver. How many of us can relate? Yeah, the Uber driver took the long way. So, Tariq is now at Choke and he's selling pills. His roommate brings someone in his room and Tariq is literally looking like a mini ghost. Tariq ain't feeling it. Like, why are you bringing this dude to meet me? And Tariq basically looks at him and sends him back out of the room. Tariq is definitely a ghost. So, Ghost then goes to Proctor for an alibi and basically tells him, "I killed Tommy." Ghost then says he's lost Tommy and Angela in the last 3 days, and while he's there, Joe is then served with papers. His ex-wife is taking him to court. They're going to have a custody battle. Next scene. Tommy then goes in to tell his guys that he's dead. And the person that tried to kill him thinks that they succeeded. So basically, they need to go along with it and keep their mouth shut. All right. So then we've got Blanca Rodriguez. She's that New York cop. And she goes to see Tasha at the hotel room. And they hold a little conversation. Tasha's really not talking, but she offers just a little piece of information that Blanca is able to go off on. Angela's sister is now cleaning out her office, and the detective or the agent Sachs comes in and tells her that they put a freeze on Angela's benefits because HR has to sort some things out. Remember, Angela was also under investigation. The sister can't afford to pay for the funeral herself. All right, so sad. Next scene, divorce arbitration. This is what I don't understand. Why is there an ironclad prenup between Ghost and Tasha? And then James hid money? I thought Tasha helped him create the image of Ghost. But apparently, if Tasha files for divorce, she gets nothing. Tasha says she wants half. And then Ghost tells her, "Well, I'll give you money for the kids." Wow, Ghost, really? You broke up your family and you do this? Then he has the audacity to ask her to go to the funeral with him or she won't get a dime. So you already know Tasha going to the funeral. Sachs is after Proctor, that's the FBI agent, and wants the wife to put a bug in Proctor's house. So now cutscene, Tommy is at Keisha's house and Keisha tells Tommy Ghost doesn't care what would happen to her in cash if something were to happen to him because she wants Tommy to finish the job. And of course, Keisha, oh gosh, just a random knock on the door throws Keisha into a panic. So she does the same thing. Lala, you are playing this part excellent because you irk my last nerves. She panics. She sends Cash out of the living room just because somebody knocked on the door. She thinks it's the police, even though she hadn't looked out the peephole. Then she looks out the peephole and discovers that it's Tasha. So she was real nasty to Tasha and didn't let Tasha in. And Tasha's like, "Well, have you seen Tommy?" She opens the door wide enough so that she can see Tommy. And then she closes it in Tasha's face. Ghost is now at Choke, waiting for Tariq in his room. He needs to tell him personally that he killed Tommy because Tommy tried to kill him and he had no choice. Tariq coldly tells him that he has to study, and basically the conversation is over. Tariq then calls Tommy and they have a conversation. Tariq ends the call with, "Well, you got to drop on him because he thinks you're dead." But he asks Tommy, "Just let me know before you do anything." Cut scene. Rashad Tate, played by Lorenz Tate, is running for governor. And he tells Ghost, "Look, I'm not down with none of the stuff that you're doing. I've been in my office the past 18 hours working on a speech." And basically, he ain't giving Ghost no alibi. Well, Tasha and Tommy then meet. Tasha sounds as if she wants Ghost dead because, well, she has that ironclad prenup. She ain't getting nothing. And then Keisha calling Tommy like a bugaboo while he with Tasha. And Tasha pretty much tells him how he should handle Keisha. He needs to buy her something. Keisha's so simple. And then Tommy's looking at purchasing an old school Plymouth. I love your taste in cars. All right, so Angie's sister is now at the house, at Angie's apartment, and she's cleaning it out. She finds a cell phone with a program number in it. She texts the number and says, "We need to meet." And the person who she hit responds, "Okay." So Proctor and the ex-wife are now in court, and the judge goes to talk with the daughter. The daughter's upset because she didn't want to choose between her parents, so Proctor then agrees to shared custody. Now, the sister finally meets with the person that she texted on the phone. Guess who that was? That was Tasha. So the sister threatens to go to the police, and then Tasha tells her that they have all been working together to all stay out of jail, and she can go to the police if she wants, but that's Angela's reputation, her life insurance, and her benefits. So it's up to you, your choice. Tasha walks off, and then there go that damn Blanca, that New York City detective, because Tasha had mentioned something when she went to that hotel room. She followed up on a tip, and she found out that Tasha and Terry had been seeing each other. So Rashad Tate, during his press conference, becomes bombarded with James St. Patrick questions about the death of Angela Valdez. A South Jamaica Queens resident tells him he stood up and he told him, he was like, "I've been unemployed for 10 months. What are you going to do? I've been unemployed for 10 months. What are you going to do about it?" So then Ghost gets up and takes the podium and puts himself with Rashad the last 18 hours and said that he had been working on the speech with Rashad. That damn Ghost. Tommy then texts Tariq. It's about to go down because Tommy is waiting for Ghost outside of Truth, and then Tommy's kidnapped by the Serbians. Jason then tells Tommy he's changed his mind. Leave Ghost alone, because remember, Jason is about to get $200,000 a month. Ghost has to pay him. So then Jason gives Tommy protection. Tasha then goes to the apartment where her and Ghost used to live, and she tells Ghost, "I know you killed Terry, and you gonna pay me to keep my mouth shut." And Ghost tells her, "I can't support you right now," because remember, he's paying the Serbians now $100,000 every 2 weeks. Then he tells her to stay out of his house. She doesn't live there anymore, but he also agreed to pay her. Tommy buys Keisha a Chanel bag. Keisha mad because Tommy was talking to Tasha all day and he didn't pick it out. Keisha, we're going to go really, really fast past Keisha. Tariq then meets a girl named Effie who goes to school with him because his roommate Braden basically is running his mouth all over Choate. And Effie is telling him, you need to do better. Tariq sizes her up. She's at Choate on a scholarship, and he tells her, "Look, you need to work with me." So Rashad Tate tracks down the South Jamaican Queen dude who interrupted the press conference and offers him a job to get info on Ghost. So Ghost is now preparing to go to Angela's funeral. He looks in those mirrors. So you kind of think, what is Ghost thinking? The sister is at the funeral home and finds out Angela's funeral is paid for. She then puts the cell phone in the coffin to bury Angela's secrets with her. At the funeral, it goes down. Ghost sees a ghost. Oh, yeah, Tommy made himself known. He's not dead. I'm talking about it went down. They just did a stare, but it was a good stare. Now, Andre, do we remember Andre? Andre has been in protective custody this whole time, and he sees that Angela was buried. So he's thinking the Jimenez brothers killed Angela. So he's supposed to testify the following day. The scene cuts with him looking like, oh, he's definitely having second thoughts. What's going to happen? Cuts back to Choate. Effie now agrees to work with Tariq. Effie seems pretty smart too. There you have it. The next Tasha and Ghost. And the bug is now placed on Proctor's daughter book bag. It's about to go down. So it is only fitting that next week it opens up with Joe's version of the theme song. All in all, it was a pretty good episode. So can't wait to see what next week brings. You guys make it a good one.